Here we are with Panzer Division Muncheberg in a night fight, trying to relieve the encirclement west of Kustrin. Let's take a closer look at the armies. For the Soviets for today, we have two formations. The first formation is taken from Bagration Soviets. It is a T-34-85 formation with a HQ T-34-85 and two companies of 7 T-34-85s. The second formation is taken from Berlin Soviets and is the Hero Armored Reconnaissance Company. We have two platoons each of 6 PPSH SMG teams and 3 M3 scout cars. Each platoon I've currently got two half tracks counting as a stand-in for the scout cars. An HQ of 2 SMG teams with a scout car. A platoon of 3 Shermans, and these will be used as 76mm Shermans. A platoon of 3 BA-64s. 3 medium mortars, and a heavy tank destroyer company of 4 57mm guns. And in support, we'll have 3 late IS-2s. And that will be roughly 160 points of Soviets for today's game. For the Germans for today, representing Panzer Division Muncheberg, we have the Clausewitz Infrared Panther Company, an HQ of 1 IR Panther, 3 platoons each of 3 IR Panthers, each with a SDKV Z250 Uhu, and a platoon of 3 triple flak 15mm triple guns. I said that wrong. 15mm triple flak guns. There we go. In support, we'll have a Panzersturm platoon with infrared STG-44s, half tracks, and a Uhu. A single Yak Tiger in support, and 3 Vesps. And I forgot to add, the Panzersturm platoon is upgraded with the Panzer Pioneer card. This will let them successfully clear minefields easier and dig in on a 2+, I think. And then part of the Panther company is upgraded with Horst Zorbel. I believe it is the HQ platoon. I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but it'll be in play. We'll detail it in the first turn. And that'll be roughly 160 points of Germans for today's game. Deployment. So Ben chose that corner and this corner over here. I placed an objective on the rail line just at the 8-inch mark of both table edges, and an objective over here in the open 8 inches of the table edge. Ben decided to put his T-34-85 battalion in reserve and deployed the rest of his force conservatively, trying to block my advance, creating a Panzerfaust alley there, and 76mm Shermans backing up the 57mm and the IS-2s on the objective. Solid line. So to face that, my Jägtiger has taken up positions on the roadway in support of a IR Panther platoon with a Uhu. Vesps there in the back line. I have a second Panther platoon just kind of acting as a mobile reserve until I decide where I want to go. This Panther platoon will attempt to crack that line in support of the triple flak and the Panzersturm platoon. So let's get into turn 1. Okay, and we are playing the Nightfight mission out of Berlin Germans. In this mission, the entire game is spent in the darkness, giving the infrared company a slight advantage with range, but adding additional points to hit on all teams, limiting line of sight to any team without an infrared, and only vaguely increasing the line of sight with infrared platoons. So, let's get into the first turn. Alright, German movement step, turn 1. Not entirely sure how I want to play this yet, so just kind of advancing on all fronts. So this Panther platoon advanced here with support of the Jägtiger and the company command team. The reserve Panther platoon moved out to try and engage the 57mm. This Panther platoon advanced just outside of reach of an assault without them coming out of the building. And the infantry and triple flak have just kind of advanced in a line there. So we'll be back with some possible shooting.
So, German shooting turn 1?
Yep, so going to attempt to range in a bombardment first. Going to use the center Vesp as a spot point right onto the rail bed there to try and hit some mortars. Because we're at night, I add +1, and they're under short terrain, so we'll be ranging in on a 5+. So first attempt, second attempt, third attempt, negative. Okay, so moving along. Next we'll attempt to see, or we're going to see if the Jägtiger can shoot. I want to target the IS-2s. We'll roll to see his visibility. It's a 1, so he can only see 4 inches, so he cannot shoot.
Fantastic.
So,
I like that one.
What we'll do then is the Panther platoon over here that's moved, the Uhu will use its searchlight to spot the IS-2 platoon so that the Panthers do not need to roll to see. And then we'll just go straight into some shooting. You are under 16, I believe, now. Just over 16, and you are in concealment behind the rail bank, so you're aggressive, correct? I think it's what it was. Yes. We'll be right back after we check. Okay, so they are aggressive because they're the non-hero variant.
Yes, yeah, 6s.
So night fighting adds +1, so 4. Concealment adds 1 for 5. Technically gone to ground because you haven't moved a shot yet, so hitting you on a 6. So 3 shots.
Over 16?
Oh, yes,
yes,
hitting on 7. So maybe I don't want to shoot you. Whatever. Nope. So you know what? If that's the case, because the majority of the rest of your stuff is going to probably still be a little over 16. They're under 16. They're under... Okay, maybe not.
No, those will be the longest shots.
Yeah. The only thing I think I'll try and shoot then will be the 57 millimeters. Yoo-hoo will spot them. So 3 shots. You're concealed. And they're careful, right?
Those are, yes.
Okay, so concealed makes 5. Gone to ground makes 6. Night fighter makes 7. So I'll still try it. No. Okay, so that's our only shots, because I'm not going to risk lighting myself up for your Shermans. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that'll be my only shot. We will be back with Soviet turn 1. Movement step, turn 1.
Feel awkward. I have almost nothing to move. Positioned with the limited elements I have, the best I can do. It's better for me not to give you those easier shots. And most of your stuff I can't hurt till it's close range or longer. All I've done is shipped a couple guys forward. Arguably, we learned afterwards they were a recon platoon. But couple elements moved into the building here. It will bring him into range of a Panzerfaust shot. I'm not even sure on the numbers I'd need for that if we want to even bother taking it, or just remain there as a bigger threat.
You hit on a 6.
And that's it for movement.
Okay.
Hope some reserves come in one day.
So we'll be back
right
to
into shooting. So the only thing we're going to try and fire this turn, going to be see if the IS-2s can even sight.
Oh, you don't even need to, because I shot last turn, they're lit up. You don't need to roll. You know where I am because my muzzle flash. So you just get to shoot. So hitting me on a 4, becoming 5.
We're going to try it.
2 hits, not bad. Assign as you will, because you can assign it to a Yoo-hoo if you really must.
No, we're going to put it out
Okay.
on 2 elements.
All right, what's your AT?
AT on the IS-2 is a 14.
Okay. Don't like that. So I'm front armor 10, but I'm at range, so front armor 11. So I need a 3 to equal. So 1 beside the Yoo-hoo. Bounces with a 5. The other one goes in, and is it firepower 2+ or auto?
It's a 2+.
Oof. All right, well, that's a dead panther. All right. So let's mark that and be back with German turn 2. Turn 2, German movement. I've made a wall of tanks, Napoleonic style. Wait, I thought we were playing World War II, not 1800s. Anyways, bad jokes aside, left them stationary because now they can actually easily see you because you're not on the ground.
No, go away.
The Egg Tiger is successfully blitzed and advanced forward. I am very tempted to throw him into an assault because he's an assault gun, and it makes sense, even though he's got a worse assault rating. Command Panther terrain dashed over here, while the other 2 Panthers moved here to give mutual support from assaults, with the infantry dismounting into the wood line and the triple flags advancing. So there's going to be some Sturmgewehr fire on some infantry, maybe some machine gun fire from the tanks, and the Egg Tiger is going to finally be able to shoot, unless he rolls a 1 on his... Oh, he still doesn't need to roll because you fired. Right, okay.
Oh, I was hoping he'd roll a 1 again.
Yeah, he probably would. Let's find out. No. Okay. Anyways, on to the shooting. Okay, so turn 2, German shooting. Going to start with my Egg Tiger. He's going to shoot the IS-2 directly in front of him. He is slow firing, with rate of fire halted 2 and moving 1. So 1 shot hitting you on a 6. Okay, the Panthers over here are going to return fire to the IS-2s. You are still in concealment and at long range, so they'll also be hitting you on 6 because of night.
Okay, I'm all right with that turn to start.
Well, you know, together that equals at least 1 hit, right?
4 dice together. I think it's a 6, right? Let me double check.
All right, and then we'll be back after I figure out what I'm doing over here.
The wall of that. Okay.
Okay.
What is almost the entire remaining German army going to do? Just a couple sleeping guards.
So actually, first thing I'm going to do is the triple flak. We're going to fire on the 1 team that they can... Well, you know what? 2 of them will fire into the half tracks here. Moving rate of fire 3, I think I said.
Yep.
Yeah, 3. and then he won't really have line of sight to them, so I'll just leave him. So 6 shots here, hitting you on. They're careful, right? 4, 5, 6, because you're no longer technically concealed because I can see you directly. So hitting you on 6s here. 2 hits with anti-tank rating of 5. I think your front armor is a 1.
Yeah, 1 on each.
Nice.
Double balance.
Woo! Not liking how that's starting. So then we're going to have a single Sturmgewehr team here that has line of sight to 1 team. He's going to shoot. You're going to be concealed and on the ground and night fighting, so I'll hit you on a 7.
7s.
Nope. Okay. And then these 2 teams will shoot him and the other team. They have just enough line of sight. Same thing, hitting on 7s. Nope. And then this last team will attempt to shoot there over here, hitting on 7s. Ooh.
Oh!
God damn it.
That was potential for some conversion.
And I forgot to mention the who again is spotting, so I'm not rolling for line of sight.
Yeah, fair.
2 Panthers shooting cannon shots into them and 1 Panther into the building there.
Okay.
So on the teams in the wood line, please. And on the teams in the factory.
This is what the Americans have fought many times when I'm charging towards Germans.
So
Hitting on
if
those 7s.
that's the case, I'm just not going to attempt an assault because you're not even pinned and you're SMGs.
Send them forward.
Ugh. Well, I guess I could shoot and scoot. Nah, I moved. Okay, that'll be my lackluster turn of shooting.
It is itching at my brain that I am not moving much, but what we have, armored cars are shifting this way. The guns passed a blitz, then had to also pass a cross. 1 did not, 1 did, coming out so that I can be within the 6 I need to see through the tree line towards the flank of the Yag Tiger. Over here, the half tracks have moved up and the ones swung around to all return fire at the various infantry. The probably only target they can realistically ever hurt in this battle, so they're going to take their shots while they can.
Fair.
And if nothing else, there'll be a smoking carcass next turn for infantry to move behind.
No, can't kill anything. Cover of light protect.
That's about it. And we are going to go right into that shooting.
All right, we'll be back with that.
Meh. Okay, so limited shooting over here. First shot, I'm going to do a little AT gun.
All right.
The little AT gun that
not
can.
slow firing, correct?
Nope.
All right, so I'm
He
careful.
blitzed, so he
behind
had his 2
concealment
shots.
and at night, so you're hitting me on a 6.
Together it adds a 6. I have less dice than you did.
Yeah.
Okay, IS-2s. We're going to fire up at the Panthers.
All right. Again, I believe last time it was hitting on 6s. Nothing's changed, so.
Was I not? No,
Over
you're not
16
concealed, so I'm on.
and night fighting. And I'm careful.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, concealing would make it 7.
Yeah, okay. Then.
Woo! Woo! Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm less okay with what's about to happen over here, though.
Okay, we're going to fire at the half track, or with the half tracks first into your assault rifles.
Okay, hitting on 6s.
Now.
Oh, and you will need to roll, just make sure you don't get a 1 for the... No, why do I keep doing that? They fired last turn. You don't need to roll line of sight. Arg.
Okay, so some 50s.
Yes. A lot of 50s. 1 hit.
We need 6s?
Yeah, night fighting and concealment again. So, closest team, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Or the back one there?
We'll do, sure. Yeah, that little base.
Hitting on a 6, or saving on a 3. Saves.
Okay. We'll do 3 and 2 for the one moving.
Oh, for the track.
team over here.
Okay.
They're going to fire
into
back
them.
at the triple flags.
So hitting on 5s, because night fighting.
Yeah. 2.
All right. What's your AT?
AT is a 4 on a 50. Yep.
All right. AT 4 on 2 of them. They're front armor 1. So I'll just roll them together. I'll get a 5 and a 2. So 1 will go in.
1 goes in. So a 5 plus firepower.
Build out?
No.
Does it matter which one?
Doesn't matter.
I'll just put it on that one for now. Till it becomes relevant.
Now, the really only last shooting of note.
A lot of SMGs, first off.
Is, yeah.
15 shots.
If I want to shoot the SMGs.
You do. You definitely do. Right? You hit me on a 6, not a 7.
And that would convert back to you hitting me on 6s instead of 7.
Correct.
You do have a lot of shots.
I have exactly the... Actually, I will have slightly more than you because I'll have more teams I can shoot if I remain stationary.
I think they're going to stay on the ground.
Come on! Don't make me use my artillery on one team just to try and get a pin.
You wouldn't dare.
I definitely would waste the ammunition at this point. But that's fair. No, tactically...
shots, but I'm hitting on 6s.
Yeah, so
but then you have more shots back.
Potentially.
And I need them to hold.
Yes, and you would preferably like to probably keep that gone to ground because, again, if I can't pin you, I can't really assault you. Because if I can't pin you, you're still defense fire 3 on all of them.
Hit me, yeah.
Just got to hold out until turn 3 and your T-34 start coming.
And I had 5 of them that could shoot, so 15 shots. And I need 6s. I'm realistically maybe kill 2 teams.
Maybe.
With a 3+ save. I'm going to stay on the ground.
All right. You heard it here, folks. He's taking the risky choice, so we'll be back with German turn 3. All right, so now we have the part that I don't like about this list is that pretty much everything is reluctant. 5+ to get back in the hat track. Oh. Okay. So we'll be back with some movement.
And the German movement was?
All right, so I blitzed my Panthers over here, just 4 inches forward to get out of within the 16 inches of an IS-2. Jägertiger, I contemplated trying to blitz or maybe shift him over to the other side of the road to make it harder for that 57mm to hit him. But he's just going to remain stationary and make use of his somehow rate of fire 2. Over here, the Panthers just kind of moved around a little bit to maximize their frontage against the infantry for defensive fire in case you decide to come out. Infantry here remains stationary with everything else. And yeah, that's it. So we'll be moving into into shooting.
The shooting?
Yep. So I'm gonna do what I said. I'm gonna attempt to artillerize one single team. So not touching short or tall terrain just means I need a 4 because of a +1 for night fighting.
You've seen these dwarvy cheesy moves, and the dice gods will punish you.
Get it on the second attempt. So I'm hitting you on a 4.
5.
Right. You're careful. 5.
Those are good Russians-ish.
No such thing. That's okay.
See, the dice gods will
I
take it the way.
have enough machine gun fire. I'm sure I'll pin you. We'll be back. We're going to move over here. We've got 2 Panther shots. Rate of fire 2 because they blitzed. One of them can only hit 1 IS-2, so I'm going to roll him first. You are now within 16, so I will be hitting you on a 5. Yeah, because you're aggressive. So I get 1 hit, and I'll be on that team. The other one can hit, I think, 2 teams.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Definitely. So once again, targeting the closest, hitting on a 5. So it has to go on the initial target. Cool. Anti-tank is 14, question mark, to your front armor 11. Why don't I know this? I spent like...
Pretty sure it's a 14.
Yeah, it's 14. Hey! Okay, so 3 up to potentially kill the tank. Yes, okay. So that's 1 dead tank. Then my Jägertiger, stationary rate of fire, can only hit 1 target now, so both shots on him. Hitting you on a 5. Both hit. Anti-tank is 18 to your front armor 11. Yeah, yeah. If we were at range, you'd have a chance, but firepower, I think I said was 2+ earlier. Okay, just.
And that
does kill it. They are fearless, so they might stick around. But that's 2 IS-2, so we'll mark that and be right back.
Okay. And into the various small arms.
Yep, so I'm going to start with the triple flak. They're going to shoot the 1 team that they can actually see in the SMG platoon right over here. So hitting you on a 7 with 15 shots.
You guys having a bad day.
3 6s to possibly hit you with. Hey, again, 2 hits.
2
3 to save. And he saves. Okay, so then the Sturmgewehrs. Gonna have to do these in a couple of different pools. So the back 2 guys can only hit the same target as the triple flak, so them first.
That guy's having a very bad day.
1 more hit. He saves. All right, these next 3 are able to hit a couple of guys. I'm just gonna primarily target the same guy.
Okay.
Because I want him to have a bad day. I would like him to go away, please.
That guy has dug himself so far in, he is already in his grave.
He's Blythe from Band
He's
of Brothers.
6 feet under and not coming back up for the rest of the war.
A couple more 6s. For another hit. Puts me at 4. One more save, please. Same guy. Unless you want a mistaken target. Bulletproof cover. He's good. And then the last 2 teams will target this one SMG. We'll give him a bit of a break.
So wouldn't it be great if he actually died and took you right out of assaulting?
1 Patas possible. Ooh, that was close. All right, so then if that's the case, I'll throw 2 Panthers MG fire into the infantry as well. And try this guy will cannon fire into him. So Panther MG, I think it's 4 shots. 4. So 8 shots total on the SMG bloke I just tried to hit. Hitting on 7s. Okay, and then a cannon shot stationary on your half tracks. Nope. Go see if we've got anything else they can shoot you.
Tape measures out, boys.
He is within 6 inches of these 4 half tracks, so I'll throw their MGs into him because I want him to die.
Because you want the rest of the platoon to be pinned down for the one guy who's like, guys, why are you not getting shot at?
Oh,
they're like, I don't know, let's lay down with him.
One of them is a 2cm AA gun, so he's got stationary rate of fire 3. I'll do him in black. The others are just regular MGs, which are rate of fire 4. 1, 2, 3.
Don't convert. Don't
Needing
convert.
7s. 1 potential.
Don't convert. Dice God.
Oh no! That was so close. Okay. And then these 3 Panthers will just cannon shots into what's left of your half tracks there.
What
Not
left is if any of them aren't there still?
Hitting you on
5s at night.
They're careful, right? The half
Yeah.
tracks? Yeah, 1 hit. So just straight to firepower. Boom. So that's 1 head-to-head half track. And yes, technically the Yoo-Hoos have machine guns. I could fire them,
I don't think I do.
but
You already took 2 shots.
in real life they didn't actually have machine guns, so it doesn't make sense to use them to me. I really wanted you pinned.
I don't think you do.
That's okay. We'll be back with an assault. All right, it's risky, but we're going to attempt it. I'm just outside of 4 inches of range from the rest of the platoon, so I'm only taking 2 SMGs, and the 3 half tracks, which is probably going to hurt. But I am in concealment because I'm charging through terrain, and I am under cover of night, so hopefully the 6s will protect me as they have been protecting you. Let's see what happens. Got a lot of defensive fire. We're doing subcolor dice for the 1 half track, right? Because you can only hit the 1? Or do you just want to roll him first?
He'll just be the yellows.
Okay.
He can
Otherwise,
be on the front team.
Probably roll them
And then
together.
all the rest.
Yeah, because there's no bullshit for me.
Everyone's hitting on
6s.
6s. Why can't it be 5s?
I think it worked. Okay, so let's see if I live.
That was a lot of 5s.
I know. Now you know how I feel. I live. Okay. However, I am a reluctant infantry company, or platoon, who's also, I think, a veteran. Yeah. So I got to kill you and not fall back. So I got 2 hits on the 1 team, on a 3+. I killed the 1 team. Now you can test a counterattack. I think you are fearless, but you might have an increased counterattack rating. We'll double check.
We are just straight fearless.
All right, so just a 3+. So this dude is dead. So 3+. And you can move in, which would just be the 1 team, I think.
So that team obviously can go in, but these guys here,
because they're outside of 4 inches, so they wouldn't have the movement, right? And then can the half tracks assault?
1 is, and technically yes.
They just have a poor assault rating, right? Yeah, it's oh, their counterattack is a 5+.
Well, I rolled a 6.
Oh, yeah, so then, yes, they get in, and their assault rating is 5+.
This guy has room to stack up. Now, can I assault these as part of the fight?
They were not part of the initial assault, so I don't
only the
believe
assaulting
so.
teams?
Yeah.
But there is room for him to go in and stack up.
Okay.
Boom. So he'll stack on. And then...
Now, he would have to do a cross check to get into the trees.
1/2 track.
And I didn't actually check his cross rating. It's probably a 4+. It is a 5+, because his wheels.
I'm counting that as a 5.
It's kind of cocked, but I guess I'll allow. You tell us what I should have done.
He wants to drive in.
All right, so you've got 3 teams on 1. Your recon teams are hitting on a 2+.
We'll just roll them. Hopefully he's dead.
So one guy's dead, and that actually takes him out of contact now. So then I get to counterattack on a delightful 5+, which I do. So I'll just move up to contact here. I'll roll my veteran skill. I will not kill a team. You will then counterattack. So now your half track has to fall back because his counterattack's a 5+.
Okay.
So, but he also has to do cross check to get out.
So he stays.
Oh. No, but he has to fall back. So if he can't move, he just dies.
If I lose the assault. Which I'm about to kill the last guy in the assault.
I don't know if that's how that works, but we'll roll it like that. Okay, so they're dead. And that's the assault, I guess.
And then I would wrap up the assault.
Oh, no.
Fall back.
Yeah, well, I think that wraps the assault. And then you just get to consolidate.
So I'm just going to, consolidate. My team is pretty much back to their foxholes. Probably even just together. And, well, he, I guess, stays.
Let us know, because as far
unless
as
he needs to make another cross
Well, no, because he would have to stay. I just thought if he was forced to fall back and he can't move, he just dies.
If I'm losing the assault. But there was other teams going on the assault, so he doesn't die till he gets ended.
All right, well, that's okay. That was a waste of my points, but we'll see what we can do.
Not really.
After this turn. All right, so we've got a last stand test on that IS-2 on a 3+.
Not one step back. Oh, he does want to stick around.
And then 1 die for reserves.
I really, really, really could use a reserve.
Not this turn.
Is it 5s? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, so we'll be back after some potential movement.
Okay.
All right, take us through your turn 3 movement.
Okay. Everything on the forest side stayed exactly where it was.
Shocking.
Only movement over here. Attempted to get the guns out of the trees. All the ones in the trees failed. Armored cars moved over, and I've decided to commit my Shermans this direction as well, because I don't like the lone IS-2 as my only anti-tank asset on that flank. So we've started to move some reinforcements over there.
And you did attempt to blitz on them, right?
Yeah, they attempted to blitz.
Okay.
Nobody moved anywhere. Anyway.
Unfortunate.
All right, then we're going to go
shooting
right into that shooting.
Might as well keep it rolling. What do we want to shoot?
IS-2 is going to take his 1 shot at a panther.
Yep. Now, unfortunately, actually, am I still under 16? That's worth checking. And I am still under 16, so unfortunately that does work both ways. You just hit me on a 5. And it hits. AT-14 to front armor 11.
10 now, is it?
Right, 10. Which goes in.
Is he a 3 or
2+.
2+?
I would still like you to re-roll that like the other one, but I would understand if you wish to keep it. Yeah, okay. It's worth trying.
All right, that is nice. We're going to attempt our little AT gun that could.
All right, hitting on
Wants
7s
to be the AT gun that could.
Nope. Okay. And yeah, the Shermans don't have shots yet. So.
Nope. So over here, going to shooting, it's going to be the half tracks.
No.
We're going to have...
I did remain stationary in my movement step. So technically... Oh, no, I fired. Never mind. I'm not on the ground. I'm not recon. Anyways, you hit me on 6s because night fighting and concealment.
So these 2 are going to shoot at infantry. Nothing?
Yep.
The other 3 are going to shoot at flak tracks. Really nothing?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's not ideal when you can't roll a single 5 out of like 15 dice. The infantry, I think, are going to stay gone to ground. Yeah, so...
Okay.
Turn.
All right, on to German, turn 4. All right, turn 4 Germans. Starting step, going to rally these infantry on a 4 or 5+. That's a 1. They're not within 6. And then the last stand on my panther. Oh, he sticks around. Awesome. Good for me. All right, so now we'll move into the movement step. All right, movement. I'm running away. No, sorry, I'm tactically withdrawing to formulate a new plan.
You realized that you were driving east and you meant to drive west to surrender.
Towards the Americans. Yes. Okay, so what did we actually move? So everything basically moved. The Panthers, they terrain dashed. These Panthers just tactical back. My half tracks, they remounted the infantry and then blitzed and dashed. These half track AA just tactical back. Command tank decided to blitz and tactical up the road. This Panther attempted to blitz and failed, so just trundled forward to the tree line to engage the remaining IS-2. And the Reich Tiger also failed its blitz, so just moved over to the side. So, we will roll into some shooting. All right, I'm going to repeat bombardment on one team, hitting you on a 4+.
That just feels spiteful. That's what you get.
These 3 Panthers, I will engage the last 2 half tracks in that platoon, hitting you on a 5 because of night fighting. 1 hit.
Just goes right in firepower.
And bailed
out.
Okay. So then that's everything over here because you're outside of range and line of sight to the half track 88, I think. Or are you? They have range of 20. And you did fire last turn. And they only tactical. So you know what? I'm going to pour 12 shots. No, 9 shots into him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. So 9 shots from these guys into this platoon here. I'll target the bailed out one first because he's closer.
Were you
that over 16?
Over 16?
I didn't even check.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So just hitting you on 5s. Blazing away. 3 hits. So I'll put 2 on your bailed out and 1 on your bailed in. No, I got to put the initial target. Yeah. Okay. 2 on the not bailed out, and they are AT5.
Okay. So the one that's got 2. 1 bounce and 1 goes.
Front armor 1?
No, goes in. You're 5, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And then
yeah, okay.
And the other one
bounces.
ties.
Okay. Oh, yeah, front armor 1. So, yeah, that ties. So, successful firepower to force a morale check on him. That's kind of... Nope. Okay, and then 1 on him, right?
Yeah.
He's dead.
Oh.
Well, that was a little unexpected, but all right.
That actually was kind of unexpected, I'm not going to lie. I really like these things. Holy shit.
I do like them, but...
I need more.
Because you can take them in platoons of 6.
Go away.
You can take them in platoons of 6, and you can take 2 platoons of them in most of the late war Panzer Grenadier companies. They're great.
I feel like that's excessive.
You don't have
How
the
many
factory
planes did the
capacity.
Allies have? All right, so the Panther command tank, he's just got line of sight to shoot your 157mm. I'm going to use my cannon because it's not going to do anything. He technically didn't move, so he's concealed, I believe. So I'll miss. My Panther that failed the blitz will be hitting your IS-2 on a 6 now. Nope. And the Reich Tiger will machine gun fire into the mortar team. No. All right. So we'll be back with an assault.
So we have an assault?
Yep. I am assaulting with my assault gun. So I'll be hitting you on a 4+ because there will be no defensive fire. I'm just out of range of the IS-2. Nothing else can hurt me. Nope. So now you can test a counterattack or just fall back.
I can't even hurt you, but we're going to test a counterattack.
Okay.
Which we do.
Okay.
I'm not even going to pile more teams in.
Well, you can hit me on the top armor.
Of 2?
Oh, right.
Can't hurt you.
Okay, so now I have to test
The
a
assault carries
counterattack.
on.
And I fall back. That's what I thought would happen. All right, we'll be back after that with Soviet turn 4. Soviet turn 4.
All right, I have a remount.
Yep.
On the last half track.
You know what? We'll keep that.
Let's see.
Does he stick around, though?
He remounts, but yeah, does he stick around?
No.
No.
You had to bounce it back into the factory.
He's going to book it.
Excellent. So 3 turns of firing big guns to finally get rid of a transport section.
IS-2. That's a critical one.
Yes, that
3
is a
plus.
big one.
Now a step back.
Good for you. And then 2 dice for reserves.
Oh, yes. Yes. I would like some T-34s.
One.
got one.
All right. So he gets the choice.
They get to come in from a corner.
16 inches of any
Realistically,
corner.
gonna be that corner.
I mean, you could try and flank me from over here if you really want to, but yeah, it makes the most sense.
Realistically, for now, it's going to be that corner.
All right. We'll be back with some movement. Turn 4 Soviet movement.
Okay, finally, with some reinforcements coming in, we got a little bit of movement. Came on, formed a wall, left a little bit of gap for the IS-2 to stay stationary and fire. And, oh, what was that? These guys were coming over here. The AT guns stayed stationary. The Shermans have actually swung back, having seen their allies arrive. Hopefully we can try and get some flank shots on these Panthers. And that was actually all of our movement. Wall of steel, we're going to trade shots.
So we'll be back with some shooting.
For shooting, we had some lackluster sight ranges for the turn. So we're going to be mostly returning fire. First off, I'm going to do the IS-2. Fortunately, didn't have enough range to see the stuff in the open. So he's going to try and finish off where he's been firing along at the other Panther.
It'll hit.
It has hit.
Please save. That's
won't-
not enough.
won't
Because
be enough.
he's over 6 or under 16, right?
Yeah. So 2 plus. It's
Destroyed.
just enough.
So that'll be him and the Yoo-Hoo over there now destroyed. Well, the Yoo-Hoo just runs away. He's destroyed. So we'll mark that in a minute.
Okay. Then we're going to go into the AT guns here. Rolled almost no range. So really, they can only shoot at the one target that was visible.
Okay.
I don't even think the other guy can see past the trees.
I don't know. I'd say you can see him, but he'll get the concealment on that one just because you can see the front fender kind of thing.
I'll roll 2 separate.
So for him, it'll be
5s.
Yeah, because I'm within 16 inch night fighting. So no, and then
other?
6s. So 1 hit. So what's his AT?
AT is 11.
Sounds
Good.
Right, because I'm trying to attack. Right, yes.
Yeah, they were hoping to shoot at the other stuff.
Yeah.
The Shermans over here also rolled lackluster, but I do have
One can see the
one
side.
side shot.
That's not good. Hitting on 5s because of night fighting.
I do not think the MCHA Shermans have the stabilizers. So I
No,
think
they do not.
only at 1 shot. Is a 76 Sherman. Doesn't hit.
Okay.
Ooh, close. And then the T-34-85 platoon that's come in. So that's dead.
Yep, the
So we're going to have a
Yoo-Hoo's
couple firing up at the command tank.
Yep, hitting on 5s because of
The ones
night
that can
fighting.
see. 1. And yeah, pretty much just the 3 of them.
Okay. Getting
Get a
hit.
hit.
AT 12.
12,
right?
yeah.
For my front number 10. That equals.
Equals 3 plus to bail.
Bails him out.
Bail.
All right.
And really, that's shooting. I don't
Okay.
have an assault. That'll be Soviet turn.
We'll be back with German turn 5. All right, motivation. I got to remount my command tank. He's got to reroll, but he's still reluctant. Gets back in.
Breaks out his vaunted black dice.
Was that literally it? Did I?
That
Oh
was
yeah,
your
because you
starting
killed
step.
him. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's gone. All right, so we'll be back with some movement. All right, desperate last gamble. Everything's advanced over here. Yag Tiger stayed stationary, as did the Panther Commander. I need to clear off some of these tanks. Vests moved up to try and direct fire at some point. Panthers all tactical. They failed to blitz. They did succeed in blitzing on tactical forward, and my flak track's just tactical forward. So we'll be back with some shooting.
I feel like he's lying to me when he's trying to convince me that this isn't the best ale house in Bavaria.
I mean, it might be, but that's not why we're there.
It's under heavy guard. Okay, flak tracks into the AT guns.
Yep, I'm going to target him as the initial target, so I'm not adding concealment, so hitting you on 6s because of night fighting and range. 1, 2, 3. Wait, is he within 6 inches of the
Say,
target?
what's the scatter range?
No, so just double step on him. All right, so 3 hits. I am in your front, so you get your guns, gun shield.
I got to double check their armor saves. I think they're at least 4, which
Yeah,
they
they
both
should be
make.
4.
They're definitely going to be at least 4. And the other is going to definitely fail.
Firepower. And I kill it.
Wow. That's what he
never
gets
happens.
for not getting out of the trees the 3 times he's tried to do a cross check.
All right. This Panther platoon will return fire at your Sherman, seeing as you've nicely lit them up for me. So 3 shots, hitting you on 4. Oh, are they careful? They're hero. Yeah, they should be careful. So hitting, or are they aggressive? We'll be right back.
They are.
Okay.
So
under 16? No, force. Just night fighting. No concealment.
Oh yeah, that goes to force.
Because they're aggressive. So hitting them with force. AT 14 for armor
7.
7.
So still can't save.
Oh, okay. That's a very bailed out tank, apparently. And this is where I always fail. I can never seem to actually kill anything when I hit them. So then we'll do this Panther platoon that failed their blitz. He's got an alley to fire at that tank. He's got an alley to fire up that way. Can't hit him. And okay. So he's going to shoot the target that's within 16 of him. So aggressive. So 4s for failing my blitz, 5s for night fighting.
They are, yes, aggressive.
Right, so
these aren't Berlin level troops. They're just coming up from the rear.
So that's a hit there. This tank's now going to target the team at the very back. He's over 16, so hitting on 6. No, 3, 4 for fail, 5 for conceal. Yeah, 6. Nope. And then the same thing with this guy targeting the same team. No. So just the one there.
1.
AT 14. I don't actually remember his front armor.
Through, it's going to be just the front 6.
Okay. Bailed out.
Ooh, that's not going to be helpful.
All right, 2 stationary rate of fire shots into this team first to scatter to him, hitting you on 4, becoming 5 for night fighting, and I should be just within 16, I believe. Yes. So 4s to hit. Both hit, so 2 hits, and it'll just go straight in, right?
Straight in, yeah.
That's better, so those 2 are dead.
Okay.
I'll just leave my dice there. Yag Tiger, stationary rate of fire, point blank range. I am within 4, right? Yeah. All right, so I don't... Oh, you shot last turn. So just hitting you on 4s. And then firepower. Yes, 2 more dead. I'm pretty sure he was a 2 firepower. So there, and we'll be right back after we mark smoke and I contemplate anything else. I then attempt to shoot and scoop my Yeg Tiger. I did roll. I forgot to actually have it in camera, but I rolled the 6. So he's going to roll backwards for a little bit more protection.
Okay. Couple remounts. 85 and a Sherman.
Yep.
No. Yeah, the commander's over here. Sherman.
Ammo. Oh.
He does have a command team right next to him.
Still no. Okay.
No. Remount. IS-2. All my 2s are out of the way. Right?
Use a different die.
Yeah, like all the 2s are out of the way. Nope.
Oh no.
IS-2 goes away.
All right, but then you get 3 dice for reserves, so you might just get your last 8 tanks,
which is just
feed into the grist mill.
Oh, more T-34-85s.
All right, we'll be back with the movement. Big ouch time.
Soviet movement. Sherman swung around, coming towards the flank. They'll take out, hopefully, some AA half tracks there.
Oh.
The last ones mounted made a charge for the flanks of the Yag Tiger, and the replacement reserves have come in to fill in the gaps. So that's about all the movement we have. Okay. We're going to go right into the shooting. Shooting, I mean, we all know we want to see a Yag Tiger die, so we're going to start with that. We're on the move.
Hitting on 5.
1 shot each. Point blank. Broadside of a barn. Watch us miss.
1 hit.
We got a hit.
AT-12 to side armor 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Need 4 to equal. No.
It's
That's
in.
My Yeg Tiger gone. Please fail.
I didn't fail. Oh, I thought there was so many chances to fail.
That's not fair.
That's what we're all here on this video for. You came in from a thumbnail, not sure what that was going to do. You know you wanted to see it die.
All right, moving along.
Moving into the rest of the shooting. Some T-34-85 moving shots. 1 through some smoke. 1 just firing straight. Another one firing straight.
Trees are in the way.
That one's going to be through some smoke.
Tree lines.
Well, they're going to be at different targets. What do we got?
Oh, I thought you were targeting the command tank, sorry.
Yeah, he's going to shoot a... They're going to shoot a Wesp.
They didn't fire, so you need to spot them.
Oh, you're right. I can't. Did that tank fire?
That tank fired.
To him? Okay, so we're going to shoot up at that because I don't like my night rolls. So 2 of them at the Panther there.
That one was clipping the tree line. As well.
Okay.
Actually, are they both crossing through that wreck? So that's
yes, they're definitely going through the wreck.
Okay. So that's going through a wreck,
there,
but that's an open shot.
We are in 16. We are in 16. And then back here, we're just going to fire some over 16 shots. So,
all right, so over 16 on these guys, you're hitting on 6s.
These 2 over here, over 6.
Concealed at night, you're hitting on 6s.
Yep.
I was under 16 on him, right?
Yes.
Good to go.
Bounces both over here.
That's the open shot. So that one is hitting on a 5 in the command tank.
One that's at 5 and one that's through the smoke.
So that'll be a 6 for the other one.
So 6. Should have said the 5. Oh, but I did get the 5.
Bounces.
Bounces.
6.
4 over here.
Also hitting on 6s because of range. Okay.
Nothing. The 2 Shermans.
Yep.
Fire at the AT half tracks.
Hitting on 5s because of night fighting. I needed that.
And the AT guns, they'll fire at those half tracks as well.
Okay, 5s. 2 hits. That's just going to be straight to firepower.
I think the 57s are 4+ firepower.
Sounds about right.
One of them.
Out, 1 destroyed. Okay. Anything else to shoot?
I think that's actually quite legitimately all of the shooting.
All right, we'll be back with German turn 6. Alrighty, turn 6 Germans.
Turn 6 Germans.
Remounting the half track on a 5+. Last stand. They stick around. Okay, that's good. And that actually was it. Okay, we'll be back after it.
German movement.
Yep.
Take us through it.
Just kept pushing forward. So,
real congested on this roadway.
Used Horst Zorbel's upgraded tactics rating for his fellow teams within 6 inches to get them to blitz on a 2+, so they just move forward while counting stationary. The infantry half tracks, but they're still pinned down infantry, advance this way. He moved tactical to just get within the 6 inches of the command tank. They tacticaled forward, and yeah, that's about it. So we'll be rolling into shooting. Okay, so we're going to kick things off with the Vesps. Are going to shoot these 2 T-34s. Black die is going into him as the initial target. The other 2 on him. Hitting you on a 4+ because of night fighting. 89 on your side armor.
It's 5. So
we bounce it. Tie.
Equal.
Firepower was a 3+, I believe. Indirect fire. No, it's a 2+. Okay, guess I have to dedicate a Panther tank to these now. So speaking of, this Panther will fire into these 2 tanks, and these 2 Panthers will shoot up the roadway at whatever they can see. So I'll do him first, rate of fire 2, hitting you on 4s. 1 and 1.
Firepower.
Yeah, so dead. Boom and boom. These 2 are going to target him as the initial target. Again, Horst Zorbel's other ability is 1 team can reroll failed hits within 6 inches in line of sight of him. So I'll reroll the 1 shot. Both hit. So I got 3 hits now, which may actually only be on the 1 tank.
There's
oh,
2
they can see 2. So he'll take 2 hits, he'll take 1. Sound good?
Sure.
You are over 16 on the back tank. Your front armor is 7 at that point. My AT tank is 14. Never mind. I thought you could bounce it.
The side don't matter at a certain point.
Okay, the front one is dead. The back one is cocked. Is bailed out. Alright, so the Vesps have fired. He's fired. The command tank now. What does he want to shoot at? I guess really the only thing he can see is the bailed out tank and the other tank.
And when you want to liquefy the last Soviet assault before fleeing to the west.
Yeah, I'll just shoot at the 1 tank there on the objective. Hitting once. Blowing up. Okay, and then lastly, we have these 3 Panthers are going to direct fire. One of them is going to shoot over here at the AT guns, and the other 2 are going to shoot those tanks on the rail line. Well, we were treating that as concealment, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so hitting you on 5s on the tanks. Nope. And 1 on the... Nope. Okay. Oop. He wasn't within 6 inches of the one I wanted to shoot. Okay, so no assaults. Oh, and then my 1 non-bailed out track, firing his 15 millimeters into the AT guns. Getting...
Nothing.
They're careful, yeah.
It's 6.
All right, that is my shooting phase. On to German turn 6.
Soviet.
Yes.
One of them.
Well, whatever.
You're there somewhere, close.
Alrighty, turn 6 Soviet.
Starting step.
Yep.
We'll do remounts. We got the one from the new platoon.
I don't actually know what their stats are. They fearless or confident?
No, they are confident, but he does have a command next to him.
Yep. Okay.
That's
not confident enough.
The one in front. That's the last survivor of the other platoon.
He bails in, but does he stick around? Oh no, we're gonna remount him first before we find out if he stays.
Oh yeah, fine, sure. We'll do the Sherman.
Yeah. Okay.
He's remounted.
Now does he stay?
Remounted, and is he even going to stay along?
Yep.
He is.
I was gonna mess up my plans and get side shots of my Panthers.
Okay. That's the starting step.
We'll
go to movement.
movement.
At this point, it's just the counter assault. A lot of my stuff just moved up to the lead platoon that's in the cauldron. So a couple of the units moved up here to move past their sideline. The Shermans have came around with the remounted one moving to link them. The infantry in the factory have moved forward, the ones that were here coming out to just deal with the bailed out half track. And a couple of the guns crossed, checked to get out of the woods to also move into the side. And then just these guys are staying here near the objective. Brings us to what'll wrap up our shooting.
All right.
So we'll go right into that shooting.
Well, no, wrap it up.
Well, we're going to wrap up the shooting. We'll go right into it. I'll start with these guys here who are just going to do front shots at the stuff here. So they stayed stationary. We've got 8 shots this turn. None of them are going to have any sides, even with the turret, so we're just going to be hitting their fronts. We're in 16.
Hitting on 5.
1.
Goes in.
We'll just have her on the center guy here, which does blow up.
Okay.
We will go into the... We'll go into, you know what, we'll do a Panzerfaust shot from the guy there. Maybe he doesn't even need to do assault. I think he needs a 6.
Yeah, slow firing.
Yeah. So what we will do is we're going to do the 2 AT guns.
No, you got them on the side. You want to shoot the side of the Panther.
We're gonna
you want to shoot the half track.
We're going to put one into the half track.
Come on.
We want it gone. So actually, you know what? We're going to put this one here is going to fire through the dead Panther. He's got a concealed shot, but he didn't move.
It's 2 shots hitting on 6s.
Neither.
That's cocked. Okay.
The one here.
Yep.
That's it.
Oh, firepower.
Oh.
It blows it up.
Blows it up.
Okay.
And the last one that was at the Panther still.
Doesn't.
When you miss the broadside of a barn.
It's not a barn.
Fair enough. The Shermans have 3 shots moving. This is the moment you kind of wish you had your stabilizers, but we're on 5s?
Yes.
None. And over into our 3 from over here, because then we'll all focus on that. We do have 1.
Okay. Side armor's 5.
So yeah, straight in. And blows up
Panther.
the one closest to them, I guess.
Okay.
That's all of the anti-tank fire. Boom, he's bailed. that's it for
right.
anti-tank.
Well, unfortunately, that's actually game. So, because I'm not within 8 inches of an objective on or after the 6th turn.
That would end it right there.
So, we'll be back with a recap. All right, yeah, that was an interesting match. You know, I honestly kind of forgot about the honor after the turn 6. That's why I hadn't pushed up as fast.
I was remembering
that was a mistake. I do think I should have just committed everything to that one flank on the start. I thought it would have been too quick if I'd done that, so I wanted to make it a quicker or a longer game, but now I'm regretting not doing it.
My biggest worry, and why I held the Shermans in reserve for a turn or two, was I had nothing dug in on the open objective. Yeah. You had to go through Panzerfaust Alley.
Well, no, because
I 4 Panzerfaust.
I wouldn't have been able to, A, because I would have first off stopped within assault range, and then you just charge out and kill me. But also, that 2-inch bubble, I can't move through, right? So there wasn't a lot of space to actually move through.
You'd have had to column it up.
I would have been way too strung out, and I think that would have just ganked me, because again, you just continuously charge into my sidearm.
Well, I mean, you would have columned through. You'd probably taken some losses, but if you kept them close enough to other machine guns I couldn't assault, I was worried about it.
No, because again,
that's the kind of thing I might have done, and I was worried about it.
You were in concealment, so I couldn't defensive fire against you because you sneak up on tanks. And I'm reluctant, so any loss I can't take.
Because I was like, oh, I'm so glad that he's getting worried about these PPSH.
But what I needed is for them to get dug in guys. One turn.
You were so close.
I just needed one more hit, and I threw like 16 more dice, and I didn't get that one more hit.
Yeah.
You know, that's night fighting. You know, it really evens the playing field a little bit more between all the nations, because you do have that extra +1 to hit. So you can't reliably pin things. You can't really reliably get your artillery range.
That extra +1
really made a difference.
I'm used to fighting your cautious dug-in Germans. I'm always on the offensive.
Yeah.
It's 6s.
I'm not used to that.
I'm not hitting anything. Everyone's seen me go into countless assaults.
Yep.
I'm used to being hits on 3s and 4s, and almost everything hits. I might pass infantry saves or whatever and not lose guys, but you're hitting.
Yes.
Here was like you're hitting me, and also as Soviets, you're hitting me on 7s.
It's
the end of the war.
Again, most of the infantry was taken from Berlin, so that armored recon hero company.
I know, and even vehicles hitting on 5s and such.
I know, it's great, right? It's an interesting experience.
Was a different experience, and I mean, for the night fight for the Soviets isn't as bad as you might think.
Yep.
Because so many of our guns, I either can't pen you from the front or need 5s and 6s.
Yes. Or are already
type
out of
thing,
range.
or you're going to bounce on anything but a 1 and a 2 type thing with the Panthers, these late Panthers.
So
I need to rush you anyway.
Yeah, so it doesn't really change your gameplay.
I'm gonna take losses for a turn. I'm gonna hide, stay on the ground for a turn, and then hope that I only take 1 open air shot before my next turn. You know, like the Eichter, I can get to your flank, and then it's you're down to luck. It's the Soviet way. You know, you don't take the most expensive best vehicles, but you take too many that you can't shoot them all.
Yeah, if I could have just, I don't know. I still think that could have worked if I'd spent that 1 turn moving forward instead of falling back with my Jagdtiger, but you still would have killed it. I don't know. It was interesting. Again, I do think if I committed there right off the bat, probably would have been able to pull it off.
I mean, when you're talking at like 150 points, and I've got 40% of my force off the table for at least the first 3 turns. I didn't get lucky on the 3rd turn, so really 4 turns. And then you've got a diagonal battle line to hold.
Yep.
If you blitz hard, you would have broken somewhere.
But you can't blitz hard because you're limited to that terrain dash at the fastest rate that you can.
Yeah, the night does slow it a little bit. Terrain dash on a lot of things is pretty much the same as your tactical. Gave me a little bit of help. The train worked where I was able to, this Panzerfaust, a bit of an alley. The fact that I had the embanked rail line. There were some advantages that helped for utilize the limited number of guys I had. But it was a case where I had not much other than those Shermans in reserve. If anywhere broke, then there's nothing to plug the hole.
As to the German infrared equipment, honestly, it did help. It didn't make as big of a difference as the attacker as it probably would as the defender. But in this instance, it did still help. A lot of the time, I was shooting at stuff that had already fired, so it was irrelevant. But there were a few times where I just didn't need to bother to roll because I could just spot with the
If you were the defender, a lot of times
bigger difference.
Where you might have gotten that free turn of shooting where I'm out of range entirely, so I didn't shoot, and you can now see me freely, where before, a non-infrared version, I realistically hoped you just don't get the line of sight.
Yep.
So that's a real thing. Could have played a lot.
Oh yeah. So like our next game of this, especially if you're playing the Americans, I probably will be the one on the defensive because I would like to see how the infrared half track can help the defensive line. I'll probably have a lot less on the table, but you know, it is what it is. Now, this is the first game of the Berlin games that we filmed, so the release order I think is actually going to be, this is the last game that gets released. We might, in our Sealov battle game that you guys will have probably already seen, be starting at night, and I might have some infrared tanks on the table at that point, so we'll see if in that instance, because I will be the defender, how they work. So, if you guys like what you see, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe us. Check us out on our social medias. We've got Facebook, Instagram, Discord, TikTok, and apparently a Twitter. I always forget about it. We'd like to post mostly on YouTube. I do post regularly on on Instagram of my painting stuff if you want to check it out there. And, you know, join us on the Discord. I love to chat with folks. If there's anything else you guys want to see in the future, please let us know. Thank you so much to Battlefront for the early copies of Berlin Germans and some of the stuff that you saw on the table here, especially the infrared half tracks. So, remember, folks, we're pulling for you. Keep sticks on the ice.
Take care out there, everyone.